Concerning this man Postumus, I cannot dwell him to the root. His father was called Cecilius, who did join his honor against the Romans was Cymbeline, but had his titles by Tetanus, whom he served with glory and admired success. So gained the Sir Addition Leonatus, and had beside this gentleman in question 2 other sons, who in the war o' time died with their swords in hand, for which their father, then old and fond of issue, took such sorrow that he quit being. And his gentle lady, being big of this gentleman our theme, deceased as he was born. The king takes the babe to his protection, calls him Postumus Leonatus, breeds him and makes him of his bedchambers, put him in all the learning of his time could make him the receiver of, which he took as we do air, fast was ministered, and in the spring became a harvest, lived in the court, which is rare to do, most praised, most loved, a sample of the youngest, to the more mature a glass that featured them, and to the graver a child that guided dotards. To his mistress, for whom he is now banished, her own price proclaims how she esteemed him in his virtue. By her election may be truly read what kind of man he is. His wife, Imogen, is sole child to the king. He had 2 sons, if this be worthy your hearing. Market, the eldest of them at 3 years old, in the swaddling clothes. The other from their nursery were stolen, and to this hour no guesses in knowledge which way they went, some 20 years ago. Howsoever 'tis strange, or that our negligence may be well laughed at, yet it is true.
You do not mean a man but frowns. Our blood's no more big in heavens than our courtiers. It still seems distinct. What's the matter? His daughter, and the heir to the kingdom, whom he purposed to his life's sole son, a widow that he hath late married, hath preferred himself to a poor but worthy gentleman. He banished, she imprisoned. All is outward sorrow, but I do think the king be very touched at heart.
None but the king?
The king that hath missed her so, but the queen that most desires a match, but not a courtier. Though they wear their faces to the bent, the king's looks like the heart that is not glad with him in a scowl at.
And why so?
He hath missed.
You speak him far.
I do extend him, sir. Crush him together rather than unfold his most jewelry.
I honor him, even out of your report.
We must forbear. Here comes the gentleman, queen, and princess.
No, be assured you shall not find me, daughter, after the manner of most stepmothers, evil-eyed unto you. You're my prisoner, but your jailer shall deliver you the keys that lock up your restraint. As for you, Postumus, so soon as I can win the offended king, I will be known your advocate. Marry, but the fire of rage is in him, and 'twere best you leaned unto his sentence with what wisdom your patience may inform you.
Please, your highness, I will from hence today.
You know the peril. But I'll fetch a turn about the garden, pitying the pangs of barred affections, though the king hath charged you should not speak together.
Oh, dissembling courtesy! How fine this tyrant can tickle where she wounds. My dearest husband, I something fear my father's wrath, but nothing. Always reserve my holy duty. What his rage can do on me. You must be gone, and I shall here abide the hourly shot of angry eyes. Now comforted to live, but that there is this jewel in the world I may see again.
My queen, my mistress, Lady Weep no more. Lest I give cause to be suspected of more tenderness than doth become a man. I will remain our loyalest husband at the dare plight trough. My residence is at Longfelarius, who to my father was a friend, known to me but by letter. To the right, my queen. With mine eyes I'll drink the word you said.
Be brief, I pray you. If the king doth come, I shall incur I know not how much of his displeasure. I'll leave him to walk this way. I never do him wrong, but he does buy my injuries to be friends, pays dear for my offenses.
Should we be taking leave as long as the term is yet we have to live? till this apartment grow. Adieu.
Thanks, stay a little. Or you but riding forth to air yourself, such parting were too petty. Look here, love. This diamond was my mother's. Take it, heart, but keep it till you woo another wife, when Imogen is dead.
You gentle gods, give me but this I have, and sear up my embracements from your necks with bonds of death. Remain thou here, while since can keep it on. And sweetest, fairest, as I my poor self did exchange to your so infinite loss, so even in our trifles I still win of you. For my sake, wear this, as a manacle of love. I'll place it upon this fairest bosom.
Oh, gods, when shall we see again?
Thou basest thing of void! His from my sight! If after this command thou brought the Lord, thine worthiness, thou got it! Away!
The gods have checked loose. The blessing of the reigns of the court. I'm gone.
There cannot be a pinch in death more sharp than this.
O disloyal thing! Thou shouldest repair my youth. I used a year's age upon thee.
I beseech you, sir, harm not yourself with your vexation. I am senseless to your wrath. A touch more rare subdues all pangs, all fears.
Past grace, obedience.
Past hope, and in despair that way past grace.
That might have had the sole son of my queen.
Oh, bless that I might not. I chose an eagle, and did avoid a puttock.
Thou tookest a beggar, and would have had made my throne a seat for baseness.
No, I rather added a luster to it.
Thou vile one.
Sir, it is your fault that I have loved Posthumus. You bred him as my playfellow. He's a man worth any woman. Overbuys me on the sum he pays.
Thou foolish thing. They were again together, and you have done naught after our command. Away with her, and pin her up.
Beseech your patience. Peace, dear lady daughter, peace. Sweet sovereign, leave us to ourselves and seek out some comfort as fits your best advice.
No. Let her languish a drop of blood a day, and being aged, die of this folly.
Fie, you must give way. Here comes your servant. How now, girl? What news?
My lord, your son joined my master.
No harm, I trust, was done.
There might have been, but that my master rather played than fought, and had no help of anger. They were parted by gentlemen at hand.
I'm very glad to hear it.
Your son's my father's friend. He takes his part. I would they were both in Africa together, myself with a needle that I might prick the goer back. What came you from your master?
On his command, he would not suffer me to bring him to the haven. Left these notes of what commands I should be subject to, and it pleased you to employ me.
This hath been your faithful servant ever. I dare lay mine honor she will remain so.
I humbly thank your highness.
Help some help, Lordess. I pray you speak with me. We shall at least go see a lord aboard, for this time she leaves me.
Walk a while.
What was the last he spake to me?
It was his queen, his queen.
That waved his handkerchief?
Yes, madam.
Oh, good Bassanio, when shall we hear from him?
Be assured, madam, clip his next vantage.
Queen, madam, desires your highness's company.
Those things I bid you do, get them dispatched. I will do.
Madam, I shall.
Believe it, sir. I have seen him in Britain. He was in a crescent note expected to prove so worthy, as since he hath been allowed the name of. But how comes it he is to sojourn with you? How creeps acquaintance?
His father and I were soldiers together, to whom I've often been bound for no less than my life. Here comes the Briton. Let him be entertained amongst you, as suits a gentleman of your knowing, to a stranger of his quality. I beseech you all, be better known to this gentleman, who I commend to you as a noble friend of mine. How worthy he is, I will leave to you hereafter, rather than store him in his own hearing. Sir, we have known together in Orleans.
By your pardon, sir. I was a young traveler. My quarrel was not altogether slight.
KB with manners, ask what was the difference.
Simply, I think, 'twas a contention in public, for each of us fell in praise. our country's mistresses. This gentleman at that time vouched, and upon warrant of bloody affirmation, his to be more fair, wise, virtuous, less attemptable, and consequently than any of the rest of our ladies in France.
That lady is not now living, or by this gentleman's opinion, worn out.
She holds her virtue still and I my mind.
You must not so far for her for hours of Italy.
Being so far provoked as I was in France, I would still abate her nothing. Though I profess myself her adorer, not her friend.
It's fair and as good. A kind of hand-in-hand comparison has been too good and too fair for any lady of Britain. If she goes before others I have seen, as that diamond of yours outlusters in many eyes have held, I could not but believe that she excelled me. But I have not seen that most precious diamond, that is, nor you, lady.
I've praised her as I rated her. So do I, a stone.
What do you esteem it at?
More than the world enjoys.
Either your unparagoned mistress is dead, or she's outprized by a trifle.
You're mistaken. When we bought, or given, is wealth enough for the purchase or merit for the gift. The other is a thing not for sale. It's a gift of the gods,
Which the gods have given you.
which by their graces I will keep.
Let us leave here, gentlemen.
Sir, with all my heart, this worthy seigneur, thank him, makes her a stranger. We are familiar at first.
With 5 times so much conversation, I should get ground into her fair mistress, make her go back even to the yielding, had I admitted an opportunity friend.
No, no.
Gentlemen, enough of this. It is coming too suddenly. Let it die as it was born, and I pray you be better acquainted.
Would I have put my estate and my neighbors on the approbation of what I have said?
I'll wage against your gold. Gold to it. My ring I hold as dear as my fingers is part of it.
You're afraid, and they're in the wiser.
This is but a custom of your tongue.
I am the master of my speeches, and would undergo what's spoken. I swear.
Will you? I shall but lend my diamond to your return. Let there be articles drawn between us. I dare you to this match. Here's my ring.
I will have it no lay.
By the gods, it is one. If I bring you no sufficient testimony that I have enjoyed the dearest bodily part of your mistress, my gold are yours, and so is this diamond. If I come off and leave her in such honor as you found, if I found her, she your jewel, this your jewel, and my gold are yours, provided I have your commendation for my more free entertainment.
I embrace these conditions. Let there be covenant strong between. Only, thus far y'all should answer. If you make your voyage upon her, and give me directly to understand you have prevailed, I am no further your enemy. She is not worth our debate. If, however, she remain unseduced, you not making it appear otherwise, for your ill opinion of her chastity, and the assault you have made to her honor, you shall answer me with your sword.
Your hand a covenant. We have these things set down by lawful counsel, and away for it unless the bargain should catch cold and start. I'll have our 2-way report.
Agreed.
Will this hold you?
Signor Giacomo, not from it. Okay, let's follow.
Now, Master Doctor, have you brought those drugs?
So please, Your Highness. Hi, here they are. But I beseech your grace without effect. My conscience bids me ask. Wherefore you command me of those most poisonous compounds, which are the movers of a languishing death, but though slow, deadly.
I wonder, Doctor, thou ask me such a question. Have I not been thy pupil long? Hast thou not learned me how to make perfumes, preserve, distill? Yea, so that our great king himself doth woo me off for my confections. Having thus far proceeded, is it not meet, unless thou thinkest me devilish, that I should amplify my judgments and other conclusions? I will try the forces of these thy compounds on such creatures as we count not worth the hanging, but none human, to try the vigor of them, and apply allayment to their act, and by them gather their several virtues and effects.
Your Highness shall from this practice but make hard your heart, for the seeing these effects would be both noisome and infection.
Oh, content thee. Here comes a flattering rascal. Upon her will I first work. She's for her master, an enemy to my son. How now, Pisanio? Doctor, your service has ended. Take your own way.
I do suspect him, Madam, that you shall do no harm. I do not like her. She does think she has strange, lingering poison, but I do know her spirit. I will not trust one of her malice with a drug of such damned nature. Those she has will stupefy and dull the sense a while, which first perchance shall prove our cats and dogs, but then up higher. There is no danger what show of death it makes, only locking up spirits of time to be more fresh, reviving. She is full of those false effects, and I the truer, so be false with her.
No further service, doctor, till I send for thee.
I humbly take my leave.
Weeps she still, sayest thou? Dost thou think in time she will not quench, and let instructions enter where folly now possesses? Do thou work. When thou shalt bring me word she loves my son, I'll tell thee on the instant thou art then as great as is thy master. Thou take a step thou knowest not what, but take it for thy labor. It is a thing I made, which hath the king 5 times redeemed from death. I do not know what is more cordial. Nay, I pray thee, take it. It is an earnest of a further good that I mean unto thee. Tell thy mistress how the case stands with her. Do it as from thyself. Think what a chance thou changest on. Thou hast thy mistress still, to boot, my son, who shall take notice of thee. I'll move the king to any shape of thy preferment, such as thou desire. And then myself, I, chiefly, who sent thee on to this desert, shall load thy merit richly. Don't call my women. Think upon my words. A sly and constant knave, not to be shaked. She's the agent for her master, and the remembrancer of her to hold the hand fast to her lord. But I have given her that which, if she take, shall quite unpeople her of leaguers for her suite, and if she thereafter follow, shall be assured to taste of too. So, well done, well done. The violets, primroses, and the cowslips bear into my closet. Fare thee well, Bassanio. Think on my words.
And shall do. But when to my good lord I prove untrue, I'll choke myself. That's all I'll do for you. Father cruel and a step-dame false, a foolish suitor to a wedded lady, that had their husband banished. Oh, that husband, my supreme crown of grief, and those repeated vexations of it. Had I been thief stolen, as my 2 brothers? Happy. Madam, a noble gentleman of Rome comes from my lord of letters.
Change you, madam. Noble Leonatus is in safety, and greets your highness dearly.
Thanks, good sir, you're kind enough.
All of her that is out of the door most rich. If she be furnished with mind so rare, then I have lost the wager. Boldness be my friend.
He is one of the noblest note, to whose kindness I am most infinitely tied. Reflect upon him accordingly as you value your trust. Leonatus. You are as welcome, worthy sir, as I have words to give you, and shall find it so in all that I can do.
Thanks, madam. Beseech you, madam, my man's abode where I did leave. He is strange and foolish.
I was going, sir, to give him welcome. Continues well, my lord, but no beseech you.
Well, madam,
Is he disposed to mirth? I hope he is.
exceeding pleasant. None is stranger there, so merry and so games. He is called the Briton Reveller. I never saw him sad.
You do look on me. What wreck to send you and me deserves your pity?
The others do. I was about to say, enjoy your, but it is off of God's vengeance, not mine to speak on it.
I pray you, sir, discover to me what both you spur and stop.
Had I this cheek to bathe my lips upon, whose every touch would force the feeler's soul to the oath of loyalty, should I, damn then, slaver with lips as common as the stairs at Mount Castle, join gripes with hands made hard by hourly falsehood.
My lord, I fear, has forgotten Britain.
And himself. Not I inclined to this intelligence, pronounce the beggary of his chains. But 'tis that your graces that from pay mute conscience to my tongue, charms this report out.
Let me hear no more.
Oh, dear soul, your cause to strike my heart with pity that doth make me sick. A fairest lady, fastened to an imprint, would make the greatest king double. To be hired with tomboys, hired with that self-exhibition which your own coffers yield, be revenged, or she that bore you were no queen, and you recoil from your great stock.
Revenged? How should I be revenged?
I dedicate myself to your
What ho, Bassanio!
let my service center on your lips.
Away, I do condemn my ears that have so long attended thee. If thou wert honorable, thou wouldst have held this tale for virtue, not for such an end thou seekest. This face is strange. Thou wrongst a gentleman who is as far from thy report as thou from honor, and solicits here a lady that disdains thee and the devil alike. What ho, Bassanio! The king my father shall be made acquainted of thy assault. What ho, Bassanio!
Oh, happy Leonatus! The love I bear him made you thin in the dust. But the gods made you unlike all others chaplets. Pray your pardon.
All's well, sir. Take my power in the court for yours.
A humble thanks, but I must aboard tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Yes, I must. From Gallia I came across the seas on purpose to see you there.
I thank you for your pains, but not away tomorrow.
I must, madam. And if you, I beseech you, if you please agree to Lord of writing, do it tonight. I have outstood my time, which is material to the tender of our present.
All right, you're very welcome.
Did you hear of a stranger that comes to court tonight?
A stranger? And I'm your aunt?
He's a strange fellow himself and knows it not.
And he's not one of Leonidas' friends.
Leonidas? A banished rascal! And he's another whosoever be. Who told you of this stranger?
One of your lordship's pages.
If I were to look upon him, is there no derogation in it?
You cannot decorate, my lord.
Not easily,
You're a fool.
I think.
You're a fool, granted. Therefore, issues, being foolish, do not decorate.
Well, I will go see this Italia. Will I have lost today at both? I will win tonight. Yeah, come.
I'll tell your lordship. That such a crafty devil as his mother should yield the world of this fool. Alas, poor princess, thou divine Imogen, the heavens still hold firm. The place of thy dear honor kept unshaken. The temple, thy fairest mount, thou mayest stand to enjoy thy banished lord and this great land.
Who's there? My woman coming.
Please, you, madam.
What hour is it?
Almost midnight.
I've read 3 hours then. I'll pull down the leaf where I've left it to bed. I've taken over the taper to be burning. And if thou canst awake by 4 o'clock, I pray thee come. Sleep, it seems to me holy. To your protection I commend me, gods, from fairies and tempters of the night. Guard me, beseech ye.
greatly doubting how much of my bed breakfast and water from the sheets. Put mine aside, no the chance. I will write on that. Ah, but the natural blood of God's body, above 10,000-meter movables would testify to their shine. This will testify outwardly as strongly as the conscience does. The imagining of her Lord on her back like a mole right out of her delicate body. Why write this down? It is rooted in my memory. I have enough. Though this a heavenly angel help.
Your Lordship is the most patiently and lost, and makes the oldest man that ever turned up an ace.
It would make any man want to lose.
But not every man patient after the noble temper of your Lordship.
It would put any man's courage to win. If I can win this foolish Imogen, I'll have gold enough. It is almost morning, is it not?
This day, Merlin,
I am advised. Music. Oh, morning. Say, it will penetrate. Too. If I can win her through my fingering, I should try to do tongue too. And if not, let her remain. But I will not give over. But now, an excellent, good, conceited thing. And then, let her consider. On the light Big man back again. Up to the time. Seeds one cats again. Down goes that fast. My road is sweet. Right. Road. I have done bad. Tomorrow, I beg your gracious mother. Attend you to the door of our stern daughter. I have to say of her refusing. Yet she vouchsafes not notice.
The exile from Indian is too new. Some more time must wear the remembrance of the mountain, and then she is yours.
You are most bound to the king, who lets go by no bandages that may prefer you to his daughter. Frame yourself to orderly soliciting, and be freighted with aptness of the season. Make denials increase your services, so seem as if you were inspired to do those duties which you tender to her, that you in all obey her, save when in command to your dismission tends, and therein you are senseless.
Senseless? Not so.
Who loves you, sir, ambassadors from Rome, and what is Caius Lucius?
A worthy fellow, although he does come here on angry purpose now. But
That is no fault of his. We must receive him according to the honor of the century. And towards himself, his goodness first been on us. We must extend our notice. Our dear son, when you have given good morning to your mistress, attend the queen and us, for we shall need to employ you towards this Roman. Come, our queen. She be up. I will speak with her. If not, let her lie in dream. Violin! Violin!
Who's there that knocks?
A gentleman.
No more?
A gentleman's son.
That's more than some, whose tailors are as dear as yours, can justly boast. What's your lordship's pleasure?
Your lady's person. Is she ready?
I, to keep her chamber the princess.
Good morrow, sir. You lay out too much pains for purchasing but trouble. The thanks I give is telling you that I am poor of thanks and scarce can spare them.
Still, I swear I love you.
If you had said so, 'twere as deep with me. If you swear still, your recompense is still that I regard it not.
This is no answer.
But that you shall not say I yield being silent. I would not speak. Pray, spare me. One of your great knowing should learn being taught forbearance.
To leave you in your madness, for my sin I will not.
Fools are not mad though.
Do you call me a fool?
I am mad, I do. If you'll be patient and no more be mad, that cures us both. I'm sorry, sir, you put me to forget a lady's manners by being so verbal. And learn now, for all, that I, which know my own heart, do here pronounce, I care not for you, and am so near the lack of charity, to accuse myself, I hate you.
You sin against obedience, which you owe your father. The contract you pretend with a base slave. One bread of oats, fostered with cold dishes and scraps of the corpse. There is no contract, none. Yes, you are curbed by the enlargement of the crown. Slender so your judgment, and must not soil the precious note with a base branch.
We can meet no moment's chance when he comes nicknamed of thee. His meanest garment that ever hath but clipped his body is dearer in my respect than all the hairs above thee. His meanest garment. How now, Claudio? Well, my woman, I presently. We'll make her search for a jewel that too casually hath left mine arm. I saw it this morning, confident I am. Last night, it was on my arm. I kissed it. I hope it be not gone to tell my lord I can solve but me. I'll not be lost. I hope so. Go and search.
Meanest garment.
I said so, sir.
You have abused me. His meanest garment.
Yes, so I leave you, sir, to the worst of discontent.
I will inform your father. I'll be revenged. His meanest garment. Well.
But would I were so sure to win the king as I am bold or honor will remain hers.
What means do you make to him?
Not in it, but abide the change of times, quake in the present winter state and wish for warmer days to come. And these here hopes, I barely gratify your love.
Your very goodness and your company overpays all I can do. By this your king hath heard of great Augustus. Kind Lucius will do his commission thoroughly, and I think will grant the tribute, send the Ariages, or look upon our Romans whose remembrance is yet fresh in their grief.
I do believe, statist though I am none, nor like to be, that this will prove a war.
See, Iachimo, welcome, sir.
I hope the briefness of your answer made the speediness of your return.
Your lady is one of the fairest I have looked upon.
There was all the best. But let her beauty look through a casement to allure false hearts to be false with them.
Here are letters for you.
They're good, I trust.
Very large.
Was Kaiser's in the Britain court when you were there?
He was expected, but they had not approached.
All's well yet. Sparkles a stone as a wool. Was it too dull for your good wearing?
If I had lost, that diamond, I would have lost the weight of it in gold. I'll make a journey twice as far to enjoy a night of such sweet shortness, which was mine in prison, for the ring is won.
The stone's too hard to come by.
Not a whit, your lady being so easy. But I now profess myself the winner of her honor, together with your ring.
If you can make it apparent you've tasted her in bed, my hand and ring is yours. If not, your ill opinion of the pure honor Gango loses your sword of mine. Her master has leaves us both, and we shall find us.
First, her bedroom, where I confess I slept not, but had that which was well worth watching. It was hung with tapestries of silk and silver, of proud Cleopatra and her Roman.
This is true, and this you might have heard of here by me or by some other. This is her honor. It would be great if you had seen all this, and praise be given to your remembrance. The description of what's in her chamber, nothing saves the wager you blade.
Then if you must, be pale. I beg but leave to air this jewel. See, now it is up again. It must be married to that diamond of yours. Oh, I'll keep it.
Jove, once more let me behold it, that which I left with her.
She writes to you, does she?
Oh no, 'tis true. Here, take this too. The fastness of mine eye, just take a look on it.
Have patience there and take back your ring. 'Tis not yet won. It might be probable that she lost it, or who knows if one of her maids being correct stolen it from her.
Very true. Not mine. There may be some portable sign more evidence. This was stolen.
By Jupiter, I had it from her arm.
Hark you, we swear. By Jupiter, we swear.
This is not strong enough to be believed by one who's waited so well of it.
Never talk on it. He has been engulfed by it.
Then if you must. On her back lies a mole, right proud and most delicate blushing. You do remember this stain?
Aye. Doth confirm another stain, big as hell can hold. All the fiends of hell divide themselves between you.
Will thou hear more?
No. Thou dost not know, it makes me cuckold.
Oh, he's one.
Oh, that I had her here to tear a limb meal. I'll go do it for her father. Like Cory. I'll do something.
Quite besides the government of patience. You have won. Let's follow him and pervert the present wrath of passion.
With all my heart.
Is there no way for men to be, but women must be half-workers? Oh, vengeance! Be of my lawful pleasure, she restrained and prayed me off forbearance. Did it with a prudency so sweet, the rosy view on it might well have warmed old Saturn. But I thought her as chaste as unsun snow. Oh, all the devils, this yellow Iachimo, in an hour, was not, unless at first perchance he spoke not, yet like a full acorn bore, a German one, cried, oh, and mounted. Thought no opposition but what he should look for, and she should from encounter guard. Is there any way to find out the woman's part in it? For I affirm there's no motion that tends to vice in man, yet it is the woman's part. Being lying, note it the woman's. Deceiving hers, flattering hers, lust and rank thoughts hers. Mutabilities hers, covetings, slanders, nice longings, disdains, why hers? Part or all, but rather all. For even a vice they are not changing still. One vice, but of a minute old for one not half so old as that. I'll write against them to test them, curse them. Yet, 'tis greater skill, venture made, to pray they have their will. The very devils cannot plague them better.
Now say, what would Augustus Caesar with us?
When Julius Caesar, whose remembrance yet lives in men's eyes, and will to ears and tongues, be seeing and hearing ever, was in the spring, and conquered it. Cymbeline, thine uncle, famous in Caesar's praises, know it less than in his feast deserving it, him and his succession granted Rome a tribute, yearly 3,000 pounds, which By the lately he's left untended.
And to kill the marvel shall be so ever.
There be many Caesars. There, such another Julius. Britain is a world in itself, and we should nothing pay for wearing our own noses.
A kind of conquest Caesar made here, but made not here his brag of came and saw and overcame. With shame, that first that ever touched him, was he beaten from off our rocks, twice beaten, and his shipping, poor ignorant baubles, upon our terrible seas like eggshells moved upon their surges, cracked as easily against our rocks.
There's no more tribute to be paid. Our kingdom is stronger than it was at that time. And as I said, there is no more such Caesars. Others of them have crooked noses, but to owe such straight arms? None. Son, will you let your mother in? I see that we have some among us who can gripe as hard as Cymbeline. I do say I am not one, but I've got a hand. Why tribute? Why should we tribute? You must know, till the injuries the Romans did extort, this tribute, from us we were free. Well, Caesar's ambition, which swelled so much that he did stretch over the sides of the world, against all color here, did put the yoke upon us, which to shake off becomes a warlike people, and we reckon ourselves to be. Do?
We do.
I'm sorry, Cymbeline, that I'm pronounced Augustus Caesar. Caesar, who hath more kings, his servants, than thyself, domestic officers, thine enemy.
Thou art welcome, Titus. Thy Caesar knighted me, my youth. I spent under him, of whom I gathered honor. Oh, which he to seek of me again perforce, behoves me keep in utterance. Our king welcomes you here. Spend half pastime with us a day, or two, or longer. If you seek us afterwards in further terms, you will find us in our saltwater girdle. If you beat us out of it, it's yours. But if you fall into the adventure, the crows shall fear the better of you. There's an end.
So, sir,
I know your master pleasure, and he mine. All the remainder is welcome.
How? Of adultery? Wherefore writest you not with monsters her accuser? Leonidas, O master, what a strange infection has fallen into thy ear. What thoughts Italian, as poisonous tongue is handed, hath prevailed on thy ready hearing? Disloyal? No. She's punished for her truth, and undergoes more goddess-like than wife-like such assaults as would take in some virtue. O my master, thy mind to her is now as low as were thy fortunes. How? That I should murder her? Upon the love and truth and vows which I have made to thy command. I, her blood? If it be so to do good service, never let me be counted serviceable. How look I that I should seem to lack humanity? So much as this fact comes to. Do it the letter that I have sent her. By her own command shall give the opportunity. O damned paper, black as the ink that's on thee. Senseless bauble, art thou a votary for this act? And lookest so virgin-like without. Lo, here she comes. I am ignorant of what I am commanded. Ah, no, Sylvia. Madam, here is a letter from my lord.
Who? My lord, that is my lord, Leonidas. You good gods, let what is here contain relish of love, of his health, of his content. Yet not that we two are asunder. Let that grieve him, for some griefs are menacable. That is one of them. For it doth physic love, of his content, all but in that. Good wax, thy leave. Good news, gods. Justice and your father's wrath should not be so cruel to me, as you, oh the dearest of creatures, would even renew me with your eyes. Take notice that I am in Cambria and Milford Haven, which your own leveled out of this advise you follow,
So he wishes you all happiness and remains loyal to his vow, and you're increasing in love, Leonidas Posthumus. Over a horse with wings, here is Calthus on you. He is at Milford Haven. Read and tell me how far 'tis to there, how far it is to the same blessed Milford. And by the way, could you speak how many score of miles may we well ride twixt hour and hour?
1 score 6 sun and sun. Madam's enough for you. Too much too.
Why, one that rode to execution, Mag, you never go so slow. But this is foolery. Go bid my woman Fanny say she'll come to her father, and provide me presently with a riding suit. No costlier than fit a Franklin's house.
Madam, your best consider.
Why, I see before me, nor here, nor what ensues, but have a fog in them, that I cannot look through. Away, do as I bid thee, there's no more to say, accessible as none, the Milford way.
Hey, goodly day not to keep house, with such a roof as low as ours. Stoop, boys. This gate instructs us how to adore the heavens, bows us to a morning's holy office. The gates of monarchs are arched so high that giants may jet through, yet keep their impious turbans on without even good morrow to the sun. Hail, thou fair heaven. We house in the rock, yet use thee not so hardly as prouder livers do.
Hail heaven! Hail heaven!
Now, for our mountain sport. Up to yon hill. Your legs are young. I'll tread these flats. Oh. This life is nobler than attending for a check, richer than doing nothing for a ball, prouder than wrestling and unpaid for still. This gains the cap of him that makes him fine, yet keeps his book uncrossed, no life to ours.
Out of your proof you speak, unpolled, unfledged, and never winged of you from the nest. We know not what ails far from home.
What shall we say when we are as old as you?
Oh.
When the wind and the rain beat dark December, how, in this pinching cave, are we to discourse the freezing hours away? We have seen nothing.
How you Oh, boys. This story the world may read in me. My body, marked with Roman swords, and my report was once heard with the first of note. Cymbeline loved me. And when a soldier was the theme, my name was not far off. Then was I as a tree, whose boughs did bend with fruit. But in one night, a storm, or robbery, call it what you will, shook down my mellow panes, nay, my leaves, left me bare to weather.
Uncertain favor.
My fault, nothing, as I have told you all, but that two villains, whose false oaths did prevail before my perfect honor, swore to Cymbeline that I was confederate with the Romans, and thus followed my banishment. These 20 years, these rocks, these dominions have been my home, where I have lived at honest freedom, paid more pious debts to heaven than in all the four ends of my time. But up to the mountains, I'll meet you in the valley. How hard it is to hide the sparks of nature. These boys know little they are sons to the king, nor Cymbeline dreams that they are alive. They think they are mine. This Polydore, the heir of Cymbeline in Britain, the king his father called Guiderius. When on my 3-foot stool I sit, tell the warlike feats I have done, his spirits fly out into my store. Say thus, mine enemy fell, and thus I set my foot on his neck. Even then the princely blood flows in his cheek. He sweats, puts himself into posture that acts out my very words. The younger brother, Caudwell, once Arviragus, and as like a figure strikes life into my speech and shows much more his own conceiving. O Cymbeline, heaven and my conscience knows thou didst unjustly banish me. Whereon, at 3 and 2 years old, I stole these bits, thinking to bar thee of succession as thou reftest me of my lands. Euryphile, thou wast their nurse they took for natural mother, and every day do honor to her grave. Myself, Valerius that of Morgan called they take for natural father.
The game.
Thou told me when we came from towards the place was near at hand. Bassanio, where is Optimus? What is in my mind that makes me stare thus? What's the matter?
Please, you read, and you shall find me a wretched woman, being most sustained of fortune.
Thy mistress Bassanio hath placed this trumpet in my bed? The testimonies whereof lie bleeding in me. I speak not out of weak surmises, but from proof. As strong as my grief, and as certain as I expect my revenge. That part thou, Bassanio, must act for me. If thy faith be not tainted with the breach of hers, let thine own hands take away her life. I will give the opportunity at Milford Haven. She hath my letter for the purpose where, if thou fear to strike and to make me certain it is done, thou art the pander to her dishonor and equally to me disloyal.
What shall I need to draw my sword? The paper hath cut her throat already. No, 'tis slander, whose edge is sharper than the sword. What cheer, madam?
What is it to be false? To lie there and to watch and to think on him? To weep twixt clock and clock? If sleep charged nature, to break it with a fearful dream of him, and cry myself awake. That's false to his bed, is it?
Alas, good lady.
Come, fellow, be thou honest, do thy master's bidding, and when thou seest him, a little witness my obedience. Come, I draw the sword myself. Take it, and his innocent mansion of my love, my heart.
Hence, vile instrument, thou shalt not damn my hand.
Why, I must die. And if I do it not by thy hand, thou art no servant of thy master's. Against self-slaughter there is a prohibition so divine that cravens my weak hand. Come, here's my heart.
Please, hear me with patience.
Hawk thy tongue weary, speak, I have heard thy trumpet. My ear therein false struck can take no greater wound.
Cannot be but that my master is abused. Some villain, aye, and singular in his art, hath done you both this cursed injury.
Some Roman courtesan.
No, on my life. I'll give but notice you are dead, and send him some bloody sign of it, for 'tis commanded I shall do so. You will be missed at court, and that will well confirm it.
Why, good fellow, what shall I do the where? Where abide? How live? Where in my life but comfort when I am dead to my husband?
If you'll back to the court.
No court, no father, nor no more ado with that harsh, noble, simple nothing, that Cloten, whose love suit hath been as fearful to me as a siege.
If not at court, then not at Britain must he bide. The ambassador, Lucius the Roman, comes to Milford Haven tomorrow. Now, if you could wear a mind as dark as your fortune is, and but disguise the wish to appear itself, must not yet be but by self-danger. You should tread a course pretty and full of view, yea, happily near the residence of Posthumus. So nigh, at least that though his actions were not visible, yet report should render him hourly as truly as he moves.
Though peril to my modesty, I would have ventured.
Well, then here's the point. You must forget to be a woman, change command into obedience, fear niceness.
Nay, be brief. I see into thy end, and am almost a man already.
First, make yourself but like one. For thinking this, I have already fit. 'Tis in my cloak bag, doublet, hat, hose, all that answers them, would you and their servant, and with what imitation you can make from youth of such a season. My noble mistress, here is a box. I had it from the queen. What is in is precious. If you are sick at sea or stomach thrown at land, a dram of this will drive away distemper, to some shade, and fit you to your manhood.
Thou art all the comfort the gods provide me with. For thee away, there's more to be considered, but will leave in all the good time will give us. In this, I am a soldier too, and will abide with the prince's courage. Away, I tell thee.
Thus far, and so farewell.
So, sir, thanks for sir. I desire of you. My master hath wrote that I must from hence, and am right sorry that I am to report ye my master's end.
Our subject, sir, will not endure his yoke. And as for ourselves, to show less sovereignty than they, must needs appear unking-like.
So, sir, I desire of you a conduct overland to Norfolk Haven. Madame, I'll join before you.
And you?
My lords, you are appointed for that office. The due of honor in no point omit. Farewell, noble Lucius.
Your hand, my lord.
Receive it friendly. Unaware as your enemy.
Sir, the event is yet to name the victor. Fare thee well.
Leave not the worthy Lucius till he hath crossed the Severn. Happy is.
He goes from hence frowning, yet it honors us that we have given him cause.
'Tis all the better. Your valiant Britons have their wishes in it. Lucius hath already wrote to the emperor how it goes. It fits us therefore rightly, our horsemen and chariots be in readiness. The powers that he hath in Gallia will soon be drawn to it, from whence is war for Britain.
'Tis not sleepy business, but must be looked to speedily and strongly.
Our expectation that it would be thus hath made us forward. But my gentle queen, where is our daughter? She hath not appeared before the Roman, nor to us hath tendered the duty of the day. She looks like a thing more made of malice than of duty. We have noted it. Call her before us, but we have been too slight in suffering.
Royal sir, since the absence of Posthumus, most retired hath her life been. The cure whereof my lord 'tis time must do. Beseech your majesty, forbear sharp speeches to her. She's a lady so tender of rebukes that words are strokes, and strokes death to her.
Where is she? How can her contempt be answered?
Please, sir, her chambers are all locked, and there's no answer that will be given the loudest noise we make.
When last I went to visit her, she did pray me to excuse her keeping close. Her infirmity therefore would lead her to leave that duty which daily she was bound to pay to you. This she begged me to make known, but our great court made me to blame in memory.
Her doors locked, not seen of late. Grant, heaven that which I fear prove false.
Son, I say follow the king.
Tanya, what servant? He's not seen these 2 days.
Go look after. Sadio, thou must stand so for Posthumus. She hath a drug of mine. I pray her absence proceed by swallowing that, for she believes it is a thing most precious. But for her, where is she gone? Haply despair hath seized her, or, winged with fervor of her love, she's flown to her desired Posthumus. Gone she is to death or to dishonor, and my end can make good use of either. She being down, I have the placement of the British crown. How now, my son?
This certain she has fled. Go with cheer the king. He ranges. None dare come to him.
All the better. May this night forestall him of the coming day.
I love and hate her. For she is fair and royal, and she hath all courtly parts, more exquisite than lady. Ladies, women, from the best she hath, all compounded, outsells them all. I love her therefore. But this deigning me and throwing low favors on Posthumus, slanders so her judgment that all else is praise, joked. I conclude to hate her, to be revenged upon her. For what fools shall is there? What are you packing, sir? Come closer.
Ah, you precious pander! Villain! Where is thy lady? Inward, or else thou art also with the thieves.
Oh, good, my lord.
Where is she? For not a gram worth can be drawn from all the weight of baseness. Is she with Posthumus?
Alas, sir, how can she be with him? When was she missed? He is in Rome.
Where is she? For come hither. No further Posthumus. Speak, or thy silence shall be thy condemnation of thy death.
Oh, my all-worthy lord.
All-worthy villain. Discover where the mistress is at once. On another word. No more, worthy lord.
Then, sir, this paper is the history of my knowledge touching her flight.
We'll see it. She returned to Augustus.
Or this or perish. She's far enough, and what he learns of this may prove his travel, not her danger. I'll write to my master, she said. Oh, Imogen, safe mayest thou wander, safe return again.
Sir, is this letter true?
Sir, as I think.
It's passed in his hand. I know it. Sirrah, if thou wouldst not be a villain, but do me true service, undergo those employments when I would have cause to use thee in serious industry. That is what villainy so I bid thee do, that thou shalt do it directly and truly. And fortune shall come your way. I do think thee an honest man, Sirrah, and you should not use my voice for thy relief, nor my means for thy preferment.
Well, good, my lord.
Do you have any will thou serve me? For since patiently and constantly thou hast stuck to the bare fortune of the beggar Posthumus, thou shouldst not but be a true follower of mine. Wilt thou serve me?
Sir, I will.
Do you have any of thy late master's possessions closed in thy possession?
I have, sir, at my lodging, the same suit he wore when he took leave of thy lady and mistress.
Splendid. Fetch that suit hither. That is the first thing I have commanded you.
I
Go.
shall, my lord.
Oh, need thee a lift for David. I have to ask him one more. I'll remember it tonight. Well, thou villain Posthumus, will I kill thee? What these garments work out? She said upon a time, the bitterness of it, which I now belch from my heart, that she held the meanest garment in high respect than my noble, natural person, together with the adornment of my qualities. That's it.
I, my noble lord.
Bring this suit hither. That is Third is that thou shalt be a voluntary mute to my design. Be but duteous, and true preferment shall come your way. Come, be true.
Thou biddest me to my loss, for true to thee were to prove false, which I will never be. To Milford go, and find not her whom thou pursuest. Flow, flow, ye heavenly blessings on her. This full speed be crossed with slowness, though labor be his need.
I see a man's life is a tedious one. I have tired myself, and for 2 nights together hath made the ground my bed. I should be sick, but that my resolution helps me. Oh, this here
Polydor have proved best woodman and our master of the feast. Caldwell and I will play the cook and servant, desire match.
I'm thoroughly weary. My winter toil gets strong enough.
There's cold meat in the cave. We'll browse on that. What we have killed will be cooked.
Say, come not in. But that it eats our victuals, I should think, we're a fairy.
What's the matter, sir?
Jupiter an angel, or if not, an earthly paragon. Behold, divineness no elder than a boy.
Good masters, harm me not. Before I entered here, I called and thought to have begged or bought what I have took. Good troth, I have stolen not, nor would not. Though I had found gold strewn in the floor. Here's money for my meat. I would have left it on the board so soon as I had made my meal and parted prayers for the provider.
Money, you, gold and silver rather turn to dirt.
I see you're angry. No, if you kill me for my fault, I should have died had I not made it.
Whither bound?
To Milford's Haven.
What's your name?
Fidel, sir.
Fidel. Prithee, fair youth, think us no churls, nor measure our good minds by this rude place we live in. Well encountered, 'tis almost night. You shall better cheer ere you depart, and thanks to stay and eat. And boys, bid a welcome.
Were you a woman, youth, I'd woo her to be your groom. In honesty, I've been for you as I buy.
Don't think it might comfort you, man. And such as welcome as I'd give to you after long absence, such as yours, most welcome. Be sprightly, will you follow us, friends?
My friends and brothers. Would it had been so that these had been my father's sons, then had my prize been less, and so more equal lasting to thee, Posthumus.
We're in some distress.
Would I could friends, for I, whate'er it be, what pain it costs, what danger, gods.
Hark, boys.
Great men that had a court no bigger than this cave, that did attend themselves, and had the virtue which their own conscience sealed them. Laying by that nothing gift of differing multitudes could not outpeer these twains. Pardon me, gods, but I changed my sex to be companion with them, since Leonidas is false.
Shall we so? Boys, we'll go dress our hunt. Fair youth, come in. Fasting is heavy. Discourse. When we have supped, we'll merrily demand thee of thy story, so far as thou wilt speak of it.
Right, draw near.
The night is the hour, and morn to the lark was welcome.
I pray they're near.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now we will have